viewers, this is your friend and humble servant, Dr. Black's Prophet. This evening, I'm coming your way with a continuation from the teachings of Mudras, which actually reveals the power of the hands. We often say that the tongue has power. The tongue has power. But another revelation that I have for you is that the hand also have what? Also have power. Your hand also have power. And we need to understand these things very well. So far as we are on the path of enlightenment, we are to understand. The mouth represents certain aspect of the human being. The hands represent certain aspects of the human being. The feet represent certain aspect of the human being. And the eye also represent certain aspect of the human being. The ears represent certain aspect of the human being. Even though we were told not to focus on them, because they drive us into the physical. But one thing I have come to realize is that this instrument of the body is also an instrument of the spirit within. When the spirit seeks expression, it is this same instrument that it uses for its physical expressions. For this reason, I have come to realize that this instrument, as we see them, is not ordinary. They are not ordinary, and nobody should try to play down on them. It is true, they are senses that lead us outward. But yes, it has to lead us outward. Because if it doesn't lead us outward, the God in us, how does it express itself with the outer world? Therefore, one way or the other, as the palm inside is good, so is the palm back is also good. And therefore, as they tell us not to judge anything, it is true. Everything has its purpose, and therefore we cannot pass judgment on them indiscriminately. We need to understand their purpose very well. It is the purpose that makes something good or bad. And this world, I have come to also understand that where there is good, there is also bad. Because it is based on the two that make friction. Life cannot exist on the mono alone. That is why, in order to generate life, life have to manifest on the polar, on the dual. So life move on the dual path. Because life as an energy is dynamic, and its dynamism can be possible through friction. Therefore, in this world, the divinity within us cannot interact with this world if those senses also are not with us. And therefore, we cannot condemn the senses. Even though it is true, some go so extreme in abusing them because of their lack of knowledge of what they represent or what their usefulness is. And this is the reason why some go extra miles to actually misuse the senses that were given to them. But the senses they are also a helping tool for the spirit within in order for it to express itself with the physical. If the mouth is not there, how can the seer speak to reveal the hidden truths? If the mouth is not there, the tongue is not there, how can the prophet speak to reveal the future? If the mouth is not there, how can the masters, the saints, make men conscious of the divine goodness? Therefore, everything is good. It is only the application that makes things the way we will say or call it as evil. And for that matter, I think that we have talked about the power of the hand, and we are still going to talk about the power of the hand. This evening, I have something for you so far as your hands is concerned. You need to understand the power that you hold with your hand. The power you hold with your hand. This hand possesses power, and you have to understand it. By understanding the power you hold in your hand, that is when you will be able to appreciate why God or the life-giving Father and Mother has actually brought you into existence. Our hands was not given to us for giving sake. The hands was given for a unique and special purposes. This hand actually can send out blessings. It can be used as a tool for transmitting blessing, this hand. The same way as someone can use the hand to bless, someone also, out of ignorance, will use the same thing to destroy. Therefore, not because of people's behavior with what is good, we will finally see that what is good is absolutely not good, because some people use it wrongly. Like in Akan, my language, my elders say, there's adage in my language that says that, se ensuo yiri fa wo ba na no nti na kire se wo num nsuo biem. Ensuo enyiri mfa wo ba na on say because of that wo num nsuo biem. Therefore, if some people use this hand for evil, that do not mean that the hand is evil. It's because those who use the hand for evil lack understanding of the purpose of the hand. Even though to them, the hand serves them a purpose. Similarly, those who use this hand for righteous work, also to them this hand serves a purpose. Therefore, whatever way it is, the hand serves a purpose. But one action leads to peace of this world, and one action leads to chaos of this world. And that is when an evil man is applying this. Actually, it might not be good. But if the evil man also even do not apply that, it will be very difficult for us to know that what the good man does with this is really good. So one way or the other, as this world serves us as a classroom, a school of life, whatever happened in our life gave us the subject of life itself. And it takes the wise man to learn them and make good use of them. This is something we need to understand. And when we understand this, we stand at the threshold of enlightenment. So what I'm going to talk about this evening, as I said earlier, is the power of the hand, the secret power of the hand. And I think we have talked about mudras, the gestures of the hand, their significance, and how the various elements, the various 5 elements that fashions life that we have, how these 5 fingers represent each one of them. Based on their representation, it tells you this hand is not with us for nothing, but this hand is with us for unique reason or purpose. As I explained earlier, sometimes some schools of spirituality or school of thought will tell you that have nothing to do with the senses. Have nothing to do with the senses. But if you think deeper, you begin to realize no spiritual man can actually ignore the senses. Why? Because the senses are the tools of communication or interaction with the inner man with the outer world. So how can we ignore them? The only thing we can do is to use them rightly, but not to ignore them. If we want to withdraw from our senses, then there's no need we are here. But we are here for a reason. And what is that reason? The reason may be that we are here to know or learn how to use the senses for the glorification of the divinity. How to use the senses for to the glory of the divinity within us. And for that reason, knowing how to use the senses is very important than running away from its use. So yes, the 5 elements of creation: fire, air, ether, earth, and air. These 5 transmit their energy through this. When we do this, when we open our hands like this, we are receiving. When we hold our hands like this, we are grabbing it. The same way, when we open our hands like this, we are transmitting. So there is hand movement that speaks or say or shows something. The way you move the hand shows something. If you are taking, there's a way you move the hand. If you are giving, there's a way you move the hand. These are the knowledge humanity need to know, so that it will help them to know how to use the senses rightly at the right times, without abusing or misusing them. Do you understand? So the mudras, or the elements within us have their pathways. So fire within us, when it is released or it is absorbed, this is the channel point. The air, this is the channel point. The ether, this is the channel point. The air, this is the channel point. The water, this is the channel point. And we say that let all the elements combined. When we are able to combine them, we generate energy, a very powerful energy. And this powerful energy, in wisdom, it can bless. But in ignorance, it will destroy. And this is what the living man must be aware, in order for them to be able to channel that which God has created, that is with them, to channel that which God has created for good use. Other than that, men, out of ignorance, may be using that which is pure and holy for that which is not desirable, For this reason, we will be told we are not to use them. All the 5 senses are very, very important for divine work. All the 5 senses. The sense of taste, the sense of smell, the sense of touch, the sense of hearing. You understand? And the others. All this are important, and there are a way you can, the energy within you can express itself through them. That can bring peace into this world. And there is a way the energy within you can use them to express itself that will create hell in this world. And so what is most important is the knowledge and the wisdom of application of this. I always say that man, you are the operator of life. Life is like a machine, and you have been made to operate it. Therefore, if God is the machine, you are the operator that operates. If God is life and is the machine, then you are the operator. He brought you to operate it. You understand? That is why without man, God can't do anything here. Without man, God cannot do anything here. After he has finished the natural world, the rest rests on man. So if absence of man, all the energies of God cannot function. Because man exists, that's why power of God exists. If man is not there, there's no power of God. Even if it exists, it will exist in a vacuum. It is man that makes the power of God glorious. Therefore, we need to understand ourselves and our purpose. And everything that the divine manifested or created with us is very useful. The only thing is how we will understand and use it rightly. That's the only thing. If not, that, then there will be no need. The Creator, the divine, created those things in our system. So our hands can be blessed, used to bless, and this same hand can be used to curse. It's like our tongue. The tongue can bless, and the same tongue can curse. Somebody every day he say God bless you. Somebody too every day he want to curse people. What is the difference between the two? The difference between the two is that one is in enlightenment and one is in ignorance. And these two persons can never stop to exist. Because without the ignorant man, we can't know the knowledgeable one. And without the knowledgeable one too, we can't know the ignorant one. But the goal of human life is to rise from ignorance to enlightenment, or to be knowledgeable. That's the goal of every man. Being ignorant is the basic state of life, and being enlightened is the highest state of life. And the goal of life is for every man to attain that. So the man who has already attained the state of enlightenment need not to be enlightened again. But the man of ignorance is struggling with life. He is like a child being born. Once upon a time, you tell that child, don't sit on the ground. He will sit on the ground. But another upon a time, when that same child, when you tell him to sit on the ground, he will not. Because that stage, the child have gained the necessary experience and need not that experience again. So this is how it is. So now, The mudra are how you use your hands. That's the mudra. The Eastern people have it in a beautiful way. When they bring the two hands together like this, it has what it means and represents. When they do this, it has a meaning and what it represents. It's all control of energy. Do you understand? Do you understand? If they do this, it has what they are. It represents. Some people use these gestures as something they use to communicate that the language they are using is a sign language that nobody understands. It is peculiar to them. But some also knows when they adopt certain hand gesture, they know what they are doing within themselves. They are conscious of how to move their hands, to direct energy and frequency. Do you understand? This hand, you see, it will help you to understand energy movement around you. As on the other video, as we show it, it will help you to understand energy movement around you. Therefore, your hand is a powerful tool. That is all that this teaching is trying to make you understand. It's a powerful tool that you need to respect it. You need to keep it clean at all times. You don't need to dirty it, since dirty represents the negative and cleanliness represents the positive. You need to clean these hands at all times. Anytime you do something, you work with it, you do something, try to clean it, trying to massage it, try to adore your hand, because your hand receives your life from others, and it also gives life to others. So this is a powerful tool. These teachings, all that is trying to imply is to help you to understand the essence of your hand. The essence of your hand. We are to bless with it, and you can curse with it. But I'm not saying use your hand to curse people, because curse originates from ignorance. So if you are a growing human being, an evolving human being, you learn how to utilize yourself in service of others. And one of the ways or means is you use your hands to bless others. Shower blessings upon others and shower curses. You see. The one who is tightening some thread and catching, using hand action and tongue action, tighten something and saying incantations. He's acting with these tools, but he's using them in a different way. The man of enlightenment, beyond that sphere where the man of incantation is, can also use this same hand with the same mouth and tongue to also channel positivity that goes to serve a greater purpose. So this is why these teachings is made available. Understanding your hand. Your hand is your everything. Don't even shake people directly with your hand like this. Don't shake people directly. I open up these teachings because I want you to understand the supremacy of your hand. Because your energy flows through it. and you receive energy through it. Even though how human beings receive energy is diverse, but I want you to understand, your hand receives energy, and it also gives out energy. Therefore, don't be shaking hands anyhow. Don't be shaking hands anyhow. Don't be shaking hands anyhow. Because your hands are great treasures you have, given to you by the divine. It is this hand you will use to fashion your life here on earth. Everything you are able to do is your hand doing them. Even though there are some few humanity who are on unfortunate situation that they don't have the hands, and they use other mediums. But you that having hands, you have the greatest advantage of the divine gift he gives to all mankind. Begin to see your hand as a treasure, that you don't play with it. Don't just go about shaking hands, because as energy, it is easier for you to exchange energy with whoever you shake hands with. So don't just go about shaking hands. Don't be fond of shaking hands, because as dirty container can contaminate a clean water from the sky, so a dirty hands can contaminate a clean hands. Why is it so? Because all the time in this world, where energy is weak, strong energy flows there. It must be a will that you want to give out energy. If not, shake not hands just anyhow. This is advice I have for you. See that today I'm wearing blue? The woman's color. And I'm telling you something. Don't be moving about shaking hands, because your hand is a special tool and a special gift. Don't joke with it. You use this to receive energy, and you use this to give out energy. Energy can be taken away from you through this. And you can also use it to take it, receive it. But watch out with open mind and open eyes, that you don't be just moving about shaking hands. It is our share Eastern for no, baby. I say, oh, I honor the God in you. I honor the God in you. Sankwa. What do you mean you're watching? Wisdom is and so exchanging energy. Your energy is your energy. You have to protect it. You have to protect it. Because your hand can leak your energy, and the same hand can draw energy. You must be aware of this. In fact, you must be aware of this in order to protect your hand. Your hand kills, and your hand heals. Healers use the hand to heal. Farmers use the hand to cultivate crops. Secretaries use the hand to write. what is inside the mind. Do you understand? We all use the hand, no matter where we are, no matter where we come from. We all use this hand. Therefore, we must see that our hand as the greatest tool. And we must protect it. Because it is the medium where the greatest energy of ourselves goes out. Your mouth and your hand did the same thing. Your mouth and your hand. With all the systems you have, your mouth and your hands shares your energy. And we must learn how it also bring back, protect the energy. So all that I started teaching is to make you understand what this hand you have is, so that you can protect your hand and protect your energy. That's all I have for you, my viewer. I want you to know this, that your hand is the greatest treasure. You have many organs, many systems. The hand is the greatest treasure. It is what makes you rich, and at the same time, what makes you poor. Everything depends on this. Because if your head plan anything and your hands cannot execute, the head is the planner, but the hand is the executor. So whatever your mind, your head plans, if your hands can't execute it, what is here becomes useless, isn't it? If you study yourself, you can see that even in your self-expression in language, your hand speaks. Your hands act in every way. And that is why you need to know how to handle it and protect it and guide it and honor it and respect it, so that it will be a unique hand for you. When you raise it, if you make it a unique hand, anytime you raise it, a powerful thing happens. So let us protect our hand. Let us guide it. The hand is not ordinary. The Eastern people know this. That's why I said that the East have taught us a lot of treasure of wisdom about life. They know this. They know this. We have to confess. The Eastern people knows this. Therefore, they don't just move in about shaking hands. I honor the God in you. They are done. I honor the God in you. They are done. It is true, the God in them are also in you. So when they meet you, they honor the God in you, but not by way of shaking, because they cannot determine what type of God is in you. Sometimes we say God is one. That is true. But other times, it also appears and shows God is not one. If God is one, we all have the same mindset. If God is one, we all have the same thinking. The truth is that God is not one. There are diverse gods. You must know yours so that you know how to honor yourself and honor it. Don't just go about honoring, just going about and doing things. God is not one. When we are here, when we are on earth, God is not one. I'm telling you. If you like, believe it. If you don't like, reject it. If you are here on earth, God is not one. Unless you have transcended the three realms of life and moving beyond, that's why you know that truly the energy comes from one source. But when it reaches the realm of action and reaction, the energy is diverse. And it is the manifestations of these energies, how they manifest. That is how we know. It manifests in different ways. That is why we know God is not one. So the earth plane is a plane of multiplication. So when the energy reaches earth plane, it multiplies. And it manifests in diverse ways. Some can be good for you, some can be harmful for you. It's like your food you eat. The food we eat, not all food is good for me. Similarly, not all food is good for you, but they all come from the earth. Why is it that they all come from the earth, but all of them don't serve all of us equally? It tells you the energies are not the same when we are here. And therefore, don't be going about, moving about, just shaking hands. Everywhere you are shaking. I know why I'm telling you this. I know why I'm teaching this evening. In the Soul Wisdom Temple. I know why I'm teaching this in Soul Wisdom Temple this evening. And if you are watching me, I want you to get something home. Something that protects you forever. Something that makes you aware and conscious of yourself. So that you protect yourself and your energy. Don't just be releasing your energy. For the greatest portal where we release more energy is these two, mouth and hand. These are the two greater dimensions where we release more energy every day. If you don't know, I want you to know. Because the Eastern people knows this. And they have learned so many things about it. So their hand, they don't play with their hand. The Eastern masters don't play with their hand. The yogis, they don't play with their hands. But when we come down south and down west, it's like the hand is nobody's business. Everywhere we reach, we just stretch it out long. It's not like that, my brother. It's not like that, my sister. It is for you to protect this. It's for you to know the importance of it and protect it. Energy flow. Your hand, energy flow, if you don't know. That's why I taught you how to feel it. Rub the hand. And then just begin to spread. See if you don't feel a magnetic resistance. When you focus well on it, you'll feel a magnetic resistance between the two polarities. And that is energy and vibration. Try this and begin to trust yourself and your hand. And begin to give respect, greatest respect, to this hand you have. Okay? Try it and begin to give great regards to your hands. You see, spirituality is with us. Either you believe it or not, once you are born a man, you are spiritual. Sometimes it is manipulation that others want to manipulate others, and they make spirituality something odious. They make it odious, so that when you hear of spirituality, then you'll be running away. Especially Christians in my country. They run away when they hear spirituality. Oh, that man is spiritual. They see you and they are running away. Because they think if you are spiritual, then you are not a child of God. But they forget that either they know it or not, they are spiritual. Because God is spirit. And those who worship him must worship him in truth, in spirit and in truth. Therefore, if God is your father, then you must know you are also what? Spiritual. So spiritual or spirit is all of us. It is just that some people make it odious so that you don't love to get associated or to get connected. But either you refuse to get connected or get associated, you are doing nothing, but you are only isolating your inner man, the soul within you, from connecting with others. That's what you are doing. Spirituality is close to you like your nose. They have just mystified it so that not much will be aware of it, so that much will not draw close. Because when we all become spiritual, something will happen. And I know that is what they are preventing. So they don't want all of us to be aware of this. But in the age of Aquarius, secrecy is no more. Too much secrecy is no more. Do you understand? We are in the age of information and enlightenment. This age is the grace of God. The Father Heaven and the Mother Earth, their grace made this age available to mankind for us to be able to reactivate and awaken ourselves to the glorious state of the divinity. Because all of us, we are divine. The drunkard who is on the ground, filtering himself, he is of divine. He is of divine essence. I am of divine essence. You listening to me, you are of divine essence. It is this divinity that we call spirituality. This divinity is what we call spirituality. And your hand is the greatest operator of spirituality. That is why I'm telling you to safeguard it. That's why I'm telling you to safeguard it. Because it is where the element of life flow. And it is where the element of life is drawn. This finger, this hand, is what the element of life flows out, and it flows in. Therefore, protect it, guide it, honor it, respect it. See your hand as something you don't play with. Because don't play with it. You are what you are because your hand is in everybody's palm. I'm telling you something today. You are what you are because your hand is in everybody's palm. And energy vampires are sucking you. That's why I brought these teachings of the mudra. to help me to tell you something. The East knows very well, and therefore, they don't play with their power touching you. Because as I said earlier, we say God is one. Certain instances it is true, but certain instances also it is not true. The divine can be one and can be many. And why does it want to be many? It many for nature actually manifests in the way we think and the way we act. You can see how people think and how people act. That should tell you they are all not in the same God. If they are in the same God, they will think one. But because they are not in the same God, that's why the thinking differs. But its differentiation actually is the sides of the same coin. But if you are left, you don't force to be right. And if you are right, you don't force to be left. That is it. And therefore, don't be moving about putting your hands in people's power. Show love, but don't show love to the detriment of yourself. Show connectivity, but don't show connectivity to the detriment of yourself. Appreciate people, but don't appreciate them to the detriment of yourself. Because if you don't exist, this appreciation is nowhere. You must exist to make appreciation exist. You must exist to make love exist. And therefore, treasure the important aspect of yourself. 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 Thank you for listening, for listening to me. These have been Dr. Black's Prophet on the show. Try to awakening you to the hiding secret of your power, of your hand. This is Dr. Black's Prophet on the show, trying to awaken your consciousness to the hiding secrets of your hand. For you to know that your hand has so much to be protected. To help you to know that God did not give you the hands for nothing. It is what you use to fashion your life. You use it to actually fashion your destiny. The hands. And therefore, it must be protected and guided well. May the good Lord bless all of us and let this message sink deep into our innermost recess to benefit greatly from this message. But what I would like to tell you is that subscribe, like, and share if you want more from me. Subscribe to the channel Swap TV or Soul Wisdom TV. Subscribe and share the message to friends and loved ones. Help them to also be aware and protect themselves. The good Lord bless you for giving me your ears and your eyes. He must shower his blessings upon you and will not only make you a listener, but also make you a practitioner, so that you can practice to prove me wrong. May his abundance be upon us all, and may he be the great backbone of our life. May his love be much for us.